Hey everyone, welcome to Marketing in Minutes. I'm Taylor, your host, along with Guy.
Hey everybody.
Our CEO and creative director at Switchboard. Our hope is that we can break down practical marketing topics that your business can use this week. In 20 minutes or less, we want to help you clarify your message, grow your brand, and move your business forward. Topic number 4.
Woo-wee.
How do you go about choosing a marketing partner, even if it's not Switchboard?
Good question. Good question. In general, you should be looking for a marketing partner in the same kind of way that you're looking for a partner in any aspect of your business.
Okay.
I don't think you would ever pick an accountant to come and join you and help you in your business if you didn't trust them, if they hadn't exhibited some kind of competency in their task or in their field. And if they didn't understand what you were trying to do, where you were trying to go, like if they didn't grasp that information, you would never bring them in because you would butt heads all the time. Also, they could be, let's just use the accountant one, they could be an incredible accountant in a certain kind of thing. They're really good with nonprofits, right? Like this is the best nonprofit accountant in the state of Minnesota. Well, if you're a for-profit business, even though they're great, it probably doesn't make sense for you, right? And so finding the right kind of help for what you're trying to do is really, really important. And so the exact same is true in marketing. You should look for somebody who you trust. Like, do you like them? Do you enjoy being with them? And do they understand what you're trying to do? Do they get you? Do they understand you? Have they shown that they can do the kind of thing that you need them to do for other people in your industry or in your field or in your community? And then from there, you should, hopefully you're interviewing multiple. Truthfully, I've told lots of people, if I start engaging with somebody about a project, that they should get some other, they should get some other opinions. They should get some other approaches. We do this with our health, right? In medicine, getting a second opinion about something that's really, really important to your health. We do that kind of thing all the time. I think that's a really fine way to approach your marketing as well. Have just some good conversations. Drink a cup of coffee with someone and brainstorm a little bit together about what your pain point is and what your problem is, and just see if the way that they kind of approach problems and try to problem solve with you is the kind of thing that you think would be helpful to you. And doing that in relationship to others, I think is really good and really important. And I would tell you where else to go. Like if you kind of help me understand what your pain point is, like I know a lot of people that do really, really good work, and I'd be happy to, point you in the direction of somebody really, really good and with a second opinion.
Yeah, sweet. So as you're going about this and you're interviewing, industry specific here, what are some red flags that you should look out for when choosing your next partner?
Man, I think big red flags. Ooh, how about this? Here's a red flag that I think sometimes people think should exist, but isn't actually a big deal.
Okay.
In their portfolio, there's nobody in my specific niche.
Got it.
My specific industry.
Right.
They don't have anybody that looks like that.
Got it.
That's a red flag. I don't think that's actually a red flag. What most businesses and organizations are doing isn't terribly unique. The product and service might be unique.
For sure.
But they're just solving problems. They're just solving pain points for people. And so communicating that kind of thing is the same as what other people are trying to do. And so I think if you're looking for someone and if you're a lawyer and they've never done work for a law firm before, that doesn't necessarily mean they're the wrong choice for you. They could be the wrong choice for you for other reasons, but the fact that they've never worked in that industry before, I don't think is super important. There are, obviously every industry has, their own rules and compliance stuff that they need, but all of that is very easy to navigate. But What I would say, some things that are red flags, when you meet with them, do they show genuine care and concern about you and what you're trying to do? Do they feel like they're sitting above you and that you are in luck to be talking to them because they have the solutions for you? I think just in general, those kinds of things, you might get a really great product.
Yeah.
Like you could get, for a moment, you could get something that's really, really beautiful and really, really powerful.
Yeah.
But I think if you're looking for a partner, someone who's going to grow with you long term,
Yep.
I think that you'll want
Yeah.
a true partner.
Yeah. What are some of those healthy indicators that show that maybe this could be a long-term partnership?
Sometimes when people give us a budget, if we know what a budget is, sometimes it's our job to say, like, inside of your budget, this is what we would do. And so, like, you're using in totality the budget that you were given.
Yep.
But sometimes if you have more information, it's actually our job to say, don't spend your full budget here. Spend this aspect of the budget here, and then you should be thinking about doing these kinds of things.
Yeah.
A partner is looking for your good, not just their own, and that's not just altruism, right?
Right.
Long-term partnerships that ebb and flow in relationship to how that monthly contract, that's really good long term. Being stuck on, like, this is what our contract looks like right now, and it needs to look exactly like this or grow forever. That's not normal. That's not a real kind of thing. But being okay with spending and utilizing money in different kinds of ways, that's a long-term partnership that is really good for us as well. It's not just altruism. It's good for everybody involved.
Yeah.
If this thing continues to go well, like, we want to stay involved in your business. We have invested time, energy, resources into helping you grow. I want to stay involved.
Yep.
So do your partners, when they look at your budget, do they think to themselves, I'm going to get whatever I can out of here? Or are they willing to think creatively about how to spend that money?
From the client's perspective, what does it look like for me to be a good client? If I was hiring an agency, like, what does it look like for me to be a good client?
Yeah. Again, I would fall back on that word partner.
Yep.
There are things that businesses can do, the people inside the businesses, that they can do that an agency will never be able to do. And so to bring that to the table, that skill set, that industry knowledge, some of that specificity, bringing that to the table, like, your creative partner needs you to do that. And then you brought us to the table for a reason, letting us help push you, maybe sometimes into little areas that are uncomfortable, I think is really, really good.
Yeah.
If you were capable of doing it all by yourself, you would already be doing it.
Right.
But you brought a partner in for a reason.
Yep.
It doesn't mean that we get whatever we want and every idea we have is a good idea, but, like, a little bit of that ebb and flow, a little bit of that push and pull together of that creative process is so valuable.
Yeah.
Another thing I would say is like full honesty about budgets. I have heard every single budget. Like, I'm not surprised by any number. There are times when we're showing up and the number that's for Switchboard could be really big. And that number is a tiny little number in comparison to big, giant marketing budgets. And then there are times where you're working with a small little team and the budget isn't big. We don't care about any of that. Like, your budget is your budget. Like, inconsequential to me. I have one task. How do I help you inside of what your budget is be maximally effective inside of that amount? Now, there are varying degrees of effectiveness associated with budgets.
Of course.
But if you share with us what your budget is, I will gladly help you figure out how to spend that money well, and or if we're not the right fit for whatever reason, can help steer you in the direction of, like, man, maybe it was episode 2, we were doing different budgets. If you have a $500 a month budget, don't engage Switchboard yet, right? There are some things that you can be doing. Let me help.
Super effective at
that you could be really effective with. Let me encourage you in that way. Let me help you build a little plan. Go buy this piece of equipment. And I love doing that thing. And again, what I hope is that they'll be effective with the budget that they have, whatever that is, that they'll be effective. And that next quarter, next year, when as budgets change or needs change, that we'll have an ability to like work together again.
Yeah.
But sharing that budget is something that can be super helpful.
Yeah. When do you think is a good time to move on from a partnership and into a new one?
Yeah, if it's not working anymore.
Yeah.
If it feels like you are in an adversarial relationship with your marketing, I mean, this is true on your team too. You know, like this is just kind of good business common sense stuff. But in this regard, it's true with your marketing partner. If you feel like you're at odds with them, you're probably not doing the right kind of or the best kind of creative work together. Because it takes a kind of like relational synergy to do really good creative work for a sustained period of time. And so like if that's not happening, I think making a move.
Yeah.
If it's not effective, if you continue to spend money and it's not working, one of two things, something needs to change, something needs to happen. You can stick with your same partner and say like, all right, industry shifted, product is new, this like it's not working anymore. Help us, take all the past knowledge and the past stuff that you did and help us rethink how to do that. Or it might be time to get a fresh face or a fresh voice kind of in that.
Yeah.
And one thing to maybe even be looking out for is sometimes creative partners and agencies, they can be coy around effectiveness and around data. And if you're struggling getting information out of your agency, your team, even if it's being effective, you don't really know if it's being effective or not. And so just really like transparency about how hours and time is being spent, what does that look like, what was effective and what wasn't effective. Those are good conversations that you should be having all the time. And I think a good creative partner they're not afraid of having those conversations.
Yeah.
And then if you can't have those conversations, you for sure should move on.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for listening to Marketing in Minutes. If you're a local business that wants clarity in their message, they want to grow their brand or move their business forward, we'd love to chat. Also, if you have any questions for us that you'd like us to answer on this podcast, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks.
Thanks, everybody. This has been a blast. Thanks for continuing to listen. And we're just excited to keep hopefully providing some value for you to improve your marketing and your messaging today. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.